Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be going through all of the fall books that I'm going to be trying to read. I am a massive mood reader, so I may not get around to these, but I want to show you guys some of the books that I possibly might be reading. And I go into most of my books blind, just pre-warning. I see somebody on BookTok go, oh, that's a good book, and I'm like, that's got to be me based on the vibe. But otherwise I go into books completely blind and have no idea what half of them about, other than that's popular on BookTok. So I just wanted to let you guys know that information, but let's get straight into the video. So the first book is part of a book series and I wanted to read this, and I was saving it for fall because the third one is coming out in April, so I thought it was perfect timing. And that is Powerful and Reckless by Lauren Roberts. Powerful is the novella which you can read tandem with Powerless. But this is about what happened to her best friend Ada. What happens to her best friend Ada was Patron, I think that's how you say her name, is in the games. But this book is a very small novella. I thought it was a perfect read to kind of get you into the fall spirit. Can we also appreciate these sprayed edges from the works? Chef's kiss, beautiful. And then I can get from reading this Reckless, which I cannot wait to read. I did not in fact get the sprayed edges to match. They were sold out when I was looking, unfortunately, but this is the second one in the series and I cannot wait to read it. All I know is that this follows along and that the ending is very like, why'd you leave like that? Massive cliffhanger for both of the books. So I kind of would rather wait and leave this to kind of last minute to read it. But I will be doing a reading vlog for both these books because I've done one for Powerless, so I'll be doing one for probably both these together. I'll probably shove them together because this is such a thin book. The next one is a cowboy romance, and the only reason I've added this for my fall TBR is because of the colour scheme, and that's Rootbound by Tarah, DeWitt. Yes, did I add this due to the fact of that it matched the fall aesthetic? Yes it is. That is legit the only reason. I have no idea what this is about. I saw this in the works for £3 and I know that my friend Lonnie has it, so I was like, oh, I'll pick that up. All I know is that it's a cowboy romance and by the same author, by Tarah DeWitt. I have also got Funny Feeling. I got this on my Kindle this month for 99p. I believe it is still currently in August 99p. I've added this to my fall TBR due to the cover. Very similar. I have no idea what this is about. I just know it's by the same author. It was 99p, so I added it. It has rain on it and somebody holding an umbrella, and I was like, that's autumn. That is legit autumn. That is the reason that I'm adding these two. Again, have no idea what it's about. There's going to be a common theme. I have no idea what half these books are about. The next one is Whisky Business by Elliot Fletcher. I believe that's how I say her name. I got this in one of my book boxes because I do a bookish subscription with She Made It, which this was the first book in it. And this is one filthy Hollywood actress, one grumpy Scottish Islander, one magnetic connection. Scotland reminds me of fall. That is the only reason. I also have this on my Kindle because I got this originally on my Kindle for 99p because I wanted to try it out. The only reason I'm adding it is because Scotland reminds me of fall due to it rains so much. Does it make sense? Absolutely not. The next book is a dark romance, which is Twisted by McIntire. I've wanted to read this for quite a while since I finished Reckless by her. This is a signed copy. Ooh. But yeah, I picked this one up because dark romance I like to read in fall and winter. I read a lot of fantasy, a lot of dark romance, and just some darker themed books in fall and winter time rather than in summer where I like my more light-hearted stuff, probably because I'm doing a lot more stuff in summer than I am in winter. But I thought I would pick this one up. I have no idea what this is about. I just know it's kind of like a dark romance Aladdin kind of retelling. That's about it, so I picked it up. Very excited to read this one. So if you've seen my fall book rick video, I showed you guys the pumpkin spice calf. I very kindly got sent the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. The original name for this was the Bluebell Bookstore, which I thought worked a lot better than the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore because that's a very long name for a bookstore. But they changed the name. I don't know why they've changed it, but they have. All I know is that this cover gives fall and this book series gives fall, so I had to add it into this video. I have no idea what this is about. A secret message turns up hidden in a book in the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Hazel can't understand it. As more secret codes appear between the pages, she decides to follow the trail of the clues. She needs someone to help her out. Very fun little cozy vibe. Anything with a cozy vibe is up my street. And this gives that. I just wish they would have kept the original name. The original name, to me, way better than this one. This name, I've got where they're coming from with changing it, but just the Bluebell Bookstore just worked so much better. But yeah, thank you HarperCollins for sending me this one. And another one that very kindly got sent to me by Little Brown Book Company is Hue of Blue. I don't know what this is about. I just saw it and I thought, oh, that's good, and I wanted to add it to my TBR because apparently it's going to make me cry, and books that make me cry I read more in autumn and winter than I do in summer. Don't know why, but I just do. But yeah, I have picked this one up and I'm very excited to read it. I know this was indie copy first and then it came out, now it's realistically published, so thank you so much, Little Brown Company, for sending me this. I cannot wait to get started reading it. But yeah, this is on my fall TBR. I'm very excited to finally see what it's about. Now, as I said, I like to read more fantasy books, but I like to read witchy books, which are still based in this world, but a bit witchy. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I picked this up last year around this time of fall, and I never read it. I never finished it. I never started it. But I've heard this is very cozy vibes, and cozy vibes is what we want. This is cozy witch vibes. Nothing too spectacular from what I've heard, but the vibes are immaculate, and this vibe is giving me the same one as the house on the Cerulean Sea. So I'm very excited to give this a go. She found magic in the most unlikely of places. Witchy cozy vibe, which is kind of what fall is all about, this vibe. Like you would snuggle up with a blanket and this and like a nice hot chocolate. Immaculate vibes. Then literally due to the cover, You Again. I've not heard the greatest of things about this book, but just due to the vibes, it was given autumn and I want to save it for this time of year, so I didn't get around to it last year. But yeah, I've saved it. I know somebody read it and said that this romance was just meh, but I thought I would give it a go. It's a floppy book, which gives me more inclined to read it. If it's like this, I'm more inclined to read it than if it's like this. That says a lot about me as a person. But yeah, I cannot wait to read it. Some ASMR there for you. But yeah, I absolutely cannot wait to get around to reading this. I have no idea what it's about. I saw it in Waterstones, as you can tell by the buy one get one half price sticker, and went, you're coming home with me. So it's naturally come home with me, and I didn't read it last year. So it's getting read this year. If you read any of these books, please do give me your thoughts and feelings. Now, these are the last two, and this one is The Blonde Identity by Ali Carter. I thought this one would be a nice fall read just because it's a bit more of a thriller. Not very much like a thriller, but it's a bit more like spy-y thriller kind of vibe. Thought more giving fall-esque. So yeah, that's why this is added in. She only has 3 things for certain. She has a splitting headache, the hottest guy she's probably ever seen, standing over her, telling her to run, and oh yeah, people are trying to kill her. Giving fall, it's giving chef's kiss. And the final one, which is another one with a buy one get one half price sticker on. I really should take these off before I put them on my shelf. Loving the time of serial killers, I bought this and saved this for obviously the autumn fall season. Obviously this is Can True Love Survive Her True Crime Obsession. That was a very interesting read. Never read anything of this kind before. Again, it's a floppy book. Was it the cover and the title that intrigued me? Abso-freaking-lutely it was. Like, if you saw this cover, would you not want to pick it up? Oh, even more ASMR. But yeah, I picked this one up and I just thought, you're coming home with me. I basically buy stuff very blind and have no idea what they're about. I see them on BookTok and go, I've seen it on BookTok. I've seen it in quite a few places on BookTok. I'll pick it up. And this is how we get a collection this big without hardly reading any of them, because you're like, why did I buy that in the first place? And then you read it and sometimes you're like, oh my god, that's amazing. And other times you're like, why did I do this to myself? But anyway, this is the final book. But yeah, that was my entire fall TBR. Come back in autumn and see what reading vlogs I do, and actually if I get to any of these or not. How many of you are guessing I won't get to any of these books? I'm guessing I will get to about 1/3 of them. I'll probably read like 1/3. I really should get better at not buying books. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you've read any of these, what your thoughts and feelings are, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time in my next video.